Hi, my name is Jennifer and I'm part of the Cultural Arts Committee. And this video is to help you with the project we're doing next for Cultural Arts, which is the Koinobori carp windsock. This holiday in Japan, which is called Children's Day, is where they fly carp-shaped windsocks all throughout their town in honor of the children. So you're going to show the kids this sample we have. It'll be on the art cart. So this is a typical Koinobori that they would fly in Japan. Okay. Next thing is I'm going to show you the setup for their desks. You're going to put newspaper down, and then they're going to have a piece of construction paper. It might not be yellow, it might just be extra paper that we have. And then you're going to have the carp-shaped template that you're going to set on their desk. They're also going to get a baggie of markers and a Sharpie. Ask them to please put their name on the tail of the fish and then also on the construction paper. The younger grades, you might have to help them because we want the name to be legible but not too big. You're going to show the PowerPoint project next. And then after that is done, you're going to explain the type of paper that the carp template is made out of. It's called diffusion paper. And what it does is it actually pulls color in, but then when you wet it, it allows the colors to diffuse out and run together similar to a tie-dye. So to show the kids an example of how it works, you're going to take one of the coffee filters we have on the art cart. You're going to draw a simple design, 2 colors, and you're going to take the spray bottle and you're going to wet it, and so they can see how the diffusion paper works, how it actually diffuses out. Okay? So that's that. Okay, so next, the kids are going to actually draw onto their fish. Now the paper is fairly thin, so we want the kids to be careful, not too rough with the markers. But if they do rip it, we do have extras on the art cart. Okay? So they're going to take their markers, they're going to color their fish, highlight, draw designs. They can leave some white space or color the whole thing in. It's really up to them. They look fantastic either way. Okay, once they are done, the older grades are going to have the Sharpie left on their desk. And they are going to put some extra detail onto the fish. So they might do some detailing around the eye. Now this Sharpie won't bleed. It won't run like the other markers will that are water soluble. So any type of little designs they make on the fins or along the tail will stay real sharp looking. So similar to this. Okay, so again, that's for the older grades. We're going to allow them to do some extra detail work. Okay, once the kids are done with all of the coloring in, and then the older grades with their permanent marker, they're going to take this whole setup to the spraying station. Okay, so this is going to be simply your spraying station. You're going to have a cookie sheet lined with paper towel, extra paper towels, your spray bottle, and then underneath the cookie sheet, if you can, put some newspaper so that in case there's some overspray. Okay, the kids will take their carp, they'll lay it onto the paper towel. Okay, and then the younger grades, I'm thinking you're going to have to really assist them because if you overspray the carp, this is what happens. The water actually runs it all through and it ends up bleeding all onto the paper towel. So if this happens, the kids will probably have to do it over again, and it's not really what we want. So we're hoping for more of an effect like this, where the colors run together, but they don't bleed all out. Okay, so then you're going to take the spray bottle and carefully go through and wet the fish, but don't over wet it. You can kind of see then what still needs to be wet, what isn't bleeding through. Okay. Now the colors will continue to run and diffuse the longer it sits. Okay, once the spraying is done and the kids are satisfied, everybody's happy, you're going to take your fish and put it back onto your cardboard or construction paper. And you can see here how the colors will run onto the paper towel. Make sure this is all cleaned up really well before the next person goes because we don't want their colors bleeding onto their fish. Okay, so you're going to take this then with their name on the fish, name on the card, on the construction paper, and put it right onto the drying rack. And basically this is it. This is all you need to do with the kids. So it's a very simple project. This is the hard part actually comes into play with the parents and the actual constructing of the fish itself. So once all the fish are dry, and the fish template is fairly thin, so if you wait long enough, you might be able to still do it the same day. Okay, first things first, you're going to take the fish, construction paper, you're going to take the cardboard strip, and cardstock strip, and you're going to glue it to the inside of the fish's mouth. Okay, so I have one ready here, so it'll look similar to this. Okay, you're then going to take your scissors and trim along this edge so that it lines up with the outside of the fish. Okay, the next part, you want to have your binder clip ready. So you're going to fold the fish in half carefully, and you're going to glue the outside edge together. So I found that putting the binder clip along the cardstock actually helps keep it closed because the cardstock is so stiff, it actually causes the fish to pop back open. You're going to put a thin bead of glue, you can see that, along the edge of your template, and then you're just going to attach the other side. Okay, you have to pop this side open then so you can glue at the mouth of the fish. Put your binder clip back on until it's all dry. Okay. Once it's dry, it'll look similar to this. And you're going to take your binder clip off. And you're going to take your hole punch and you're going to punch a hole on each side of the fish's mouth. So that's why the cardstock is actually there, to actually reinforce the mouth so that we can punch a hole there and then put a string through for hanging. There'll be pre-cut string on the art cart in 1-foot sections. So you're just going to feed that through. And then just do a simple overhand knot. Okay, and that's how you're going to hang the fish. So you can have two choices of hanging the fish. You can hang it from the cork strip outside the teacher's classroom, or if the teacher prefers, you can hang it from the ceiling. There's some metal stripping between the ceiling tiles, and you can either tuck that in there or you can tape it to that. Just be careful not to be within 5 feet of any exit signs, or there's some fire motion sensors. And that's about it. So hopefully you have a great time with the class, and the kids enjoy doing the carp, and they hang beautifully in the halls and in the hallways. Thanks so much.